Hello, everyone. Welcome. Tellor Dev Call, Tellor Community Call. April. We're already in April. So, yes, very exciting. Welcome, everyone. So, yeah, big stuff going on. This week we were just talking about we got some live tips on Polygon. Reporters, get over there, go stake, go look. This is for a custom data spec. So this is the Mimicry guys who I think we've mentioned. We don't know exactly when they're going live, if they're watching, but you should go. Super cool project. Go look. You're going to be putting NFT market cap data on chain.
If anybody needs help setting it up, you probably need the newest version of Telliot.
Yep.
And you'll need to get an API key that's free. Don't quote me on that though. I've only been using it for a day, so I don't know if it paid version kicks in at some point.
They're going to kick you off. Yes.
Yeah, I think it's free for like 100,000 requests. So
that sounds like a lot. So it's probably free.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah. But yeah, that's super cool. Next thing, we're going to be tomorrow. We have a Filecoin talk where we're going on their Twitter space, their Mainnet cohort, whatever venue that's going to be on. I think it's going to be Brenda and I, and whoever else wants to come. We'll see how many people we can get to talk in 10 minutes. But yeah, it should be a good time. Come find out what we're doing over on Filecoin, how it can how their network's pretty cool. And Brenda, we have to verify the smart contracts today. We deployed over there on Friday, and now we still have to verify the contracts today. But we're live over on Filecoin if you want to go stake. We obviously don't have any users since we just deployed on Friday. But yeah, we're going to start talking to builders over there, and it's going to be fun. But yeah, we can start walking around. Dan, how's things going?
Pretty good. I learned how to get the metadata into the notification.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What? All right, you have to. Well, how about at like 11 today? You can show me.
Okay. I still don't have the exact information we need though.
That's okay. The fact that you figured that out is, yeah, that's what because I gave it a try for like 3 hours and couldn't figure it out. So like, kudos, man. That's awesome.
All right. Cool.
I got a response from them via email, so I need to share that with you guys too.
Perfect.
They didn't give I was hoping for like a community that we could join to ask questions, but he kind of just sent answers back in the email. So I can pass that along.
Yeah, old school.
What's the metadata for?
Do you want to explain to him?
Sure. So for the Open Zeppelin Sentinel to send Discord notifications, the metadata is like just the information we want to see. It sends a bunch of stuff we don't want to see right now.
He's gonna basically make all of those monitors like we're gonna have like it'll be like very pretty.
Like the goal is to have
Readable.
a Discord channel that kind of works like the data feed.
Yep.
That's the goal.
Nice.
Be awesome. And just if you're watching this Open Zeppelin, your documentation is awful. Like I don't care about calling you out. It is atrocious. Like you have to get on that. All right.
Have we tried going in their Discord? Do they have a Discord?
I think Dan, you posted in their Discord, right? Or
I've not seen any Discord stuff from them.
I was like messaging. It seems like a lot of the chat is in like just in the GitHub for it.
Okay.
Just super slow and hard to contact people on.
Yeah.
But anyway, Tally, that's things.
It's good. I finished documentation for the auto disputer and I put it on the main branch. I tested on AWS as well. And there is an issue about a connection error bug on the DVM, and I fixed it and pushed it. And then I also pushed fix that allows user to pick from an account on any chain ID on the startup of the auto disputer.
Sweet.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks, Tyler. Yeah, and then let me know if you need other work. I think we had, what else were you were gonna do the EVM calls.
VM call, yeah.
EVM call. Yeah, super important. All right. Owen.
What's up? Yeah, so I need a review from Tim on my PR for the end-to-end tests. First pass kind of thing. There's, in addition to that, there's like some changes in there that we found from Frank's call, where he was pointing out that like the vote rounds, is like this array of dispute IDs, which are all the same. Anyway, so we just changed it to account, and then he figured that the maximum for like vote rounds, we can use like a U8, because like it's not going to get like 255 vote rounds.
Right.
You got dispute fee. And then on that side as well, Tim, if you could double check, I reviewed his PR for changing all the stuff to constants, but some of the auto pay stuff ones you might want to double check. And he labels them kind of weird, like the dispute fee after a vote tally or something. I don't know. But we need to schedule another, like, what?
When you're doing vote rounds and stuff, do we call that from governance? Do we get vote rounds?
In auto pay?
No, I think in the governance contract we call, or
Get vote rounds. Yeah, I actually removed that function too. It says like get vote.
or
like,
no, in
get
Tellor
vote.
Flex, we call it to pay out the staking rewards, but I guess you removed that, right?
Yeah, so I removed that as well, like the total vote count.
Yeah, because I would say like just make sure like if you're changing around types, it doesn't like that could be decoding errors left and right.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm like running it against like all the other
Cool.
tests for like the staking contract and stuff. So yeah, that on Frank's side, reviewed a bunch of stuff, and then we need to schedule like the second call with him just to go over the technical side. So just a lot, like 3 hours for that. That'd be good.
Cool. Yeah, let me know when you schedule. Akram.
Finished the EVM call error catcher PR, and did a tests for claiming one-time tips for the scanner, and the next thing I'm doing is trying to test the DVM stuff for the Mimicry stuff, just to make sure it's catching errors.
Sweet. Thanks, Tim.
Yeah, so I've got a bunch of tests written out for the Parrot chain Polkadot contract. And based on what Owen was just talking about and some discussions with Frank, yeah, like we restructured governance a little bit with let's see, on like Ethereum, for example, we use like uint for dispute IDs, and then we have a separate like hash identifier. And we made a change in Polkadot with just using that hash identifier as the dispute ID. But actually, we'll need to do a little restructuring in the Polkadot governance contract if we want to go that route, because right now, each time we like vote, for example, on each round, we would be overriding past vote results, or actually we're just adding to past vote results. So we need to fix that. But anyways, so I've got some reviews to do of Owen's stuff. We do need to refactor that governance a little bit, given the dispute ID change. We also have a separate thing, a Tellor caller example repo started on our GitHub, which is for Liquity forks to use. And it's just showing like best practices for using Tellor with like a Liquity-like system. So you can find a Tellor contract repo on our GitHub.
Yeah,
Can
for
see
those that don't know, there were like bugs that were disclosed as far as Liquity's implementation go, and then we've sort of patched and we've been working with their team. But if you're deploying a whole Liquity, unfortunately, like has to do these weird workarounds because they can't change their contracts. But if you are redeploying with a new system, you would not just fork Liquity, you would use this upgraded version. So that's what Tim's talking about. But thanks, Tim. All right, Ryan.
Hey, yeah, just a couple things on the data feed I wanted to clean up there. Well, apparently the Polygon mainnet tips were coming up on the tip table, so I'm gonna see what's going on there. And then the Mimicry NFT marketplace data point didn't come through as a currency, so also gonna see what's going on there.
Well, it's not. The Mimicry one is custom, so maybe that's why it's not showing up.
Oh, it is a custom. Okay, that should be an easy fix though. It's just like a one-off in case.
Yeah, so yeah, well, there are tips hourly become available hourly on Polygon right now, but it's not showing up on the data feed because it's not, it's like a custom data spec that was in development. So yeah.
Cool. Anything from you?
I just run stuff and yeah. Other than testing stuff like I usually do, I'm probably going to try to make some content for how to get tips, because our reporters are used to competing for time-based rewards, but there hasn't been a lot of tipping. So now that users are testing tipping and starting to tip on mainnets, we want to help everybody out to know how to get those tips.
And we got a new data spec request this morning. If you guys saw that one come through for real estate prices, somebody's going to be making some synthetic real estate tokens. It's just awesome. So you soon will be able to bet on the price of homes in your neighborhood. You can hedge, so you'll never be priced out again. But yeah, it's cool. Also did a new deep dive with Railgun. So if anyone watches those it was a super good one. Railgun is kind of like a privacy system, and I didn't even know all that they could do. So I learned a lot from it too. Like you can deposit your tokens into any token you want into a Railgun system, and then you can go trade on Uniswap, and the new tokens get put back into the Railgun system. So like it's completely private. So you just are making trades on Uniswap privately, or interacting with any DeFi app. Well, most DeFi apps, I think. Super cool. All right, any questions or no? Mike, Brenda, anything?
That Ultracoin project, by the way, they're on Binance Smart Chain. So I gave them the rundown about that, but they're looking to go. This is a project called Ultracoin that reached out to us about getting the Trueflation index price on chain, but they want it on BSC right now. And I gave them the spiel. So they said that they're looking to go elsewhere. So I'll follow up with them to see what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, and for everybody that doesn't know, like us working with Binance is kind of tough because we're in the US and Binance is not. So
they don't like touching us.
They don't like to touch US things, and US things. It's kind of
So we can't bridge our token over there. That's the issue.
There's a lot of things like we can't use their API either, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Binance will fight the CFTC and the SEC and see who comes out victorious. It's gonna be good. All right. Any hot takes on the Arbitrum DAO before we go? No, nobody wants to say anything.
Longs was pretty good. I thought that was funny.
Which one?
Joseph DeLongs. He said like all the people hating on Arbitrum are the people who didn't spend like hours and hours building the project. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is a hot take because it's been,
Yeah.
you know, that's in defense of them. It's been
I
Yeah,
know what
what-
happened. Basically, they like made this like gov proposal, and they're like, "Let us spend this money," and then they already had spent it.
yeah. Oops, we're already spending it.
Basically, they airdropped people money and then said, you know, hold it, participate in our governance. Our first governance proposal is we want to sell a whole bunch of it to fiat. So everybody who still has it obviously is like, well, no, you should hold it too. And they're
Right.
like, sorry, we already spent it.
How much did they already spend, like in USD? Do you know?
It's like 10 million.
Nice. They're
They also wanted to
taking
fund. They
that
wanted to
phrase, like
sell.
literally, of like seek forgiveness rather than.
Yeah.
Well, why have the vote?
Wasn't there another flavor here that they wanted to sell it to fund a wallet that they could then give out ecosystem grants without governance proposals? So it's basically like a slush fund.
Something like that.
And apparently it was already a slush fund, which
And it
was
was, then apparently it was already a slush fund. So it's just like, yeah.
Like, if you're already going to do something, why ask people if you can?
Yeah.
Why do that? Doesn't make any sense.
Hence why Tally had a really hot take, or he was referring to a hot take, which is in defense of them. So
or was it a joke that like they only spent hours building this thing?
It's
I don't know. It was like an anti-free money hot take.
Okay.
Yeah, they actually only spent 59 minutes. So.
Yes. They've just been forking every change Optimism makes and calling it good. No one's noticed. Anyway, great talk. Yeah. Talk to you next week.